Whoa. Yep.
I know you're tired of the stress. Look, you woke up, they that's bliss. So tell them your whole family they a mess. Look, we don't fail, we just flex. So get up, I know yes. Look, you woke up, they that's bliss. So tell them your whole family they a mess. Look, we don't fail, we just flex. Yeah. Do you wake up in the morning never ready to face the day? Decision making, kids complaining, man, you just can't catch your break. Seems like you're sleepwalking, falling, dwelling on the past, paralyzed, family ties, wishy-washy friends. How do you elevate, self-motivate, reevaluate your plans? First be for real, get out them fields, rebuild your confidence. So keep your head up, gotta stay heavy on that self-love. Get them lights, time to get your life so we can guide this generation. Watch that hate turn to elevation, get free to be a leader. Welcome to the queen. Watch that hate turn to emulation, grab your freedom, be a leader with the boss queen. Hey, welcome to the kingdom, go. Yes, y'all are back. Y'all back again because you know the queen be lit, baby. You know the queen be lit. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Get Your Life show because we got a special episode today, baby. It's time to get bossed up, queen. That's time. It's time to get bossed up, okay? And you know I got my bosses in the building so that they can lead the way. They can come out here and inspire you guys to leap out on faith. And it's time to get your boss on, like, period. We all meant to do something, so we just trying to be out here and discover our purpose and discover what God has in store for us. But let me go ahead and introduce my panel today. Hey, viewer, thank you so much for tuning in, Aaron. Yeah, awesome. So we got Ashley Rodgers here. This is my dog, Ashley, of course, owner of Half Baked Bakery and Cake by the Pound. So we definitely going to be, talking about her ventures and how she started off. And of course, I got my girl over here, Miss Rickie Doss and Mr. Nate Doss. They are the owners of the Mecca at Menlo Park Grocery Store. So I made a little typo. They're not the owners of Menlo Store. They are the owners of the Mecca who are doing big things in the neighborhood, bringing all of the Black vendors and pretty much all the vendors in the community. They giving them a chance to put their products in their store. So we definitely want to, shine some light on them today. And of course, they are the sponsors of the Get Your Life show. So they sponsoring the queen too. Hey, getting it out there. So I go ahead and acknowledge him as my sponsor. You know, we got to get the sponsors out the way in the beginning. So thank you so much, Nate, for sponsoring me. You know, you the boss out here doing big things in chat. I love it. And of course, God, come on now. God is my number one sponsor, y'all. Y'all know you got to give God the praise and give him all the glory. Because if he wasn't speaking to me, I would not be able to speak to y'all. And that's on period. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. And I also want to give a shout out to Dr. Woods, of course, for giving me the platform. Mike, Gil. I haven't seen Gil in a while, but Mike, Will, all of y'all, thank y'all so much for giving me the platform so that I can do it. Right. Thanks. He got replaced from Will. But anyways, and then, of course, Shatika Douglas out here still doing the events and the birthdays, Touched by Tiki. Y'all get with her. She doing weddings now, doing big things. So you already see when, if you're on the Get Your Life podcast, you see all the posts that I put for her. Definitely shout out to her because she is killing the game out here doing the events. If you want a little flair for your event, you better get Touched by Tiki because, baby, she will definitely add that flair to your party, okay? And that's all, period. So we're going to go ahead and get into the first segment. Now, this is the segment that I like to call the Queen's Quick Questies, where we're going to ask just a few questions to the panel here. And, just to get to know them, because I know, y'all know they got business and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they people. Like, they can be bosses, but at the end of the day, they just like us. So we're going to get to know them. We're going to get to know them with a few questions. But first, before we do that, I do want to, go ahead and let them introduce themselves as well as their platforms and where you can find them. So, Ms. Rodgers, go ahead and take it off. Where can we find you?
Well, again, I'm Ashley Rodgers, owner of Cake by the Pound and Half Baked Bakery.
Them cookies.
The cookies. But basically, you can find me, well, of course, at the Mecca, of course, most definitely.
Hey.
You can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or you can go to my website at www.halfbakedbakery.org.
Let's go. Okay, awesome. And Rickie?
I am Rickie Doss.
I, along with my husband, own the Mecca at Menlo Park.
Period.
You know, we wanted to have a space where people who have up and coming businesses have that launching pad, have a place where they can start, have a place where they are celebrated, they're wanted, they're promoted. So
perfect. Yeah. I love it. Can y'all scoot the mic? Because Rick, I think you was a little low. Can you talk to the mic one time?
Yep. Is that better?
Oh yeah. Okay. That's better. Okay. And Nate, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Nate Doss III. I'm Rickie's husband. So yeah, that's it. There you go.
Power couple. Power couple. Doing it big out here. Thank y'all so much for joining the Get Your Life podcast. So yeah, Get Your Life show. I'm sorry, we upgraded. So we did. I definitely want to get to know everybody, just to, kind of pick your brains a little bit to see how you started your venture. So well, first, what high schools did y'all go to? I know you went to Brandon. I know you Come on. Brandon alumni. What high schools did y'all go to?
What? Rickie. How long you got?
Your top 3. No,
right. Right. So I started out at Notre Dame.
Okay.
Yeah. It was. I was asked not to come back. So
no mamsies.
So I then went to City and absolutely loved it. If I could be a Dynamo class of 98, I absolutely would have. Unfortunately, my actions did not allow me.
It's all right. Ricky was fighting a lot. Okay, Ricky.
I wasn't allowed to stay there either. So I don't know how many people know this, but I'm sure you know what HBCUs are, but they are actually historically Black boarding schools as well.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. See, that was the point. It was so I started out at Southern Normal School in Brooklyn, Alabama. Then I ended up graduating from Laurinburg Institute in Laurinburg, North Carolina.
Okay.
Great experience. I'm glad my family made the decision that they did.
Okay.
I'm alive today, and that's that on that.
Period. We grow, baby. We grow.
Well, I'm not originally from Chattanooga, so
okay. Where you from?
Originally from Toledo, Ohio, but I moved here from Virginia Beach.
Yes.
Yeah, graduated high school in Virginia Beach. Go Marlins. So,
period.
So yeah, moved here in 2013.
Okay, nice. Okay, so are you from here too, Rickie?
I am absolutely from Chattanooga.
Okay, awesome. But you just moved around, huh?
I did not move around.
Okay.
I got sent around.
It was not by choice. Okay.
But my home, as always, and hopefully will always be Brainerd. I grew up in Brainerd.
All right.
Born and raised.
Period. Yep. We got the Brainers in the building. Let's go. I love it. Okay, so what age did you start your business? Like, what age did you just leap out on faith? Like, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and go. Period. Ashley.
You about to help me telling my age on this show now. I tell everybody I'm 25, but no, I've been baking since I was like 8, but as far as like starting my business, I just got bored back in like 2020.
Okay,
so
2 years ago.
Yeah, 33.
Okay, that's how old I am now. Okay, I sleep that on faith,
but I'm still 25.
I'm not gonna play with you this evening. Okay, Rickie and Nate, what age were y'all when y'all started y'all business?
Our answers are going to be completely different here.
Okay, go ahead, Rickie.
So I've always worked for someone else, honestly.
Man, sick of it.
And I still do. Mm-hmm. My full-time job is with the state of Tennessee. I worked there for 17 years.
Ooh, all right, dedication.
Yeah, but we started. We had this idea for a couple of years. And we actually opened up, just jumped straight into it August 1st.
Of this year?
All
right. I love it. Yes, baby. We take that lead. Got you, Nate.
My first business, honestly, was at 12.
What? What was that?
I started lawn care. My grandfather would come pick me up on the weekends so I can cut all his properties.
Hey.
And so I got...
Get on out here, boy.
Exactly. So I learned the art of negotiation right there because I got tired of actually being the one to do it. So I got some employees,
Okay.
and
Smart.
my friends wanted some money, so that's what
Period.
we did. And then we went into shoveling snow. But as an adult, my first business I opened, I did real estate,
Okay.
bought some properties, and then Rickie and I we toyed around with some things that we thought would be able to improve our family status, and
Absolutely.
so we jumped out, like she said, August 1st, and it's been going really well. Met great people like Ashley, and
Yes.
so it's been going great. Chattanooga's really embraced us.
Thank you. Yeah, we definitely love y'all for real. Like y'all the best. I'm glad y'all leaped out on faith because you're giving other business people an opportunity to launch their product and that they can get it out there to more people. So because I already know Ashley, she was already getting her stuff out there, but now with it being in a store, it's like a whole different deal right there. So I just love it. And all the other vendors, shout out to y'all. It's too many of y'all to shout out. It's too many. But if you are at the Mecca Chance, shout out to y'all because baby, y'all doing it big, and it's just gonna lead to bigger things. So I wish nothing but the best for all the vendors there. And but who are your influences growing up that inspired you? You know what I'm saying? To just keep going because it be that feeling sometimes when you want to give up. So who were your influences growing up?
I'm gonna be honest because I hear a lot of people always talking about like when you get in business, you know, your friends and family don't support you, but like that's just totally false for me. Like all my friends, all my families are like my biggest supporters. Like even when I first started the website, one of my friends was the very first person to purchase something.
Come on,
and
now.
she wanted to be the very first person to purchase a cookie at the store, but I was like, I already dropped them off and somebody already got one. But my friends and family, like those are my biggest influence. Those are the people that always keep pushing me, tell me keep going. They gonna promote me to the fullest.
You know I am, girl.
Yes.
Period. I always share all the cookie videos because I be looking at them like, man, I need to just go ahead and get me some. But who were your influences?
Well, I guess there's a couple. Growing up, you know, my uncle was a local businessman and well known, and you know, I just used to watch how he interacted with people, and at the time I thought it was the most ridiculous thing, you know.
We do think that at the moment, you know.
So I would be riding around in a hearse.
That's okay.
and he would wave at everyone. He would speak to everyone. And I remember I asked him, Uncle Johnny, do you know him? He was like, whether I know him or not, it doesn't matter. He said they will support my business and they'll support my family, and that means they support you. So you
come on now.
Okay. So
love it.
I can't say that I actually took him up on that advice until I got much older and really understood how impactful that statement was.
Man, absolutely.
And then honestly, you know, and it may sound cheesy, but you know, my husband has definitely been an inspiration. You know, you hear people say this person gave me the courage, the confidence, the support to actually do something. And it's not about dreaming because everybody dreams, but when you actually take that first really scary step, that first step is always really scary. But to have someone that you know will support you, whether you succeed, whether you fail, it actually does give you the courage to try.
I love it. Absolutely. I agree with all that you said because that first leap, you have those anxious nerves that people aren't gonna, you know what I'm saying, like it.
Right.
But you got that one person like, nah, man, they gonna like it because you're different.
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you fail. It doesn't matter if you succeed. At the end of the day, you come home and nothing changes.
Man, beautiful.
And you have that person to cry to when there are bad days and customers are not loving you. And those days when things aren't, you know, moving the way you want them to, you have that person that is, going to support you no matter what.
I love it.
So yeah.
I love it. And speaking on what you said earlier, Rickie, about how when you were younger and you didn't really understand the business that was going on, you kind of thought it was ridiculous. You riding around in hearse. That's how my kids are right now. Like they didn't even want to come to the show. They said my show boring and all that. I'm like, but I'm doing this platform for y'all. I'm trying to build this legacy for y'all. Right. And that's exactly what he was doing.
Exactly. And just going back to that, he was in politics. Also in funeral home business, and so
impactful.
Yeah, so you end up meeting so many different people, and as you get older, I think Nate ran for a local office, and we were talking about local politicians, black, white, and otherwise, and he was like, need to talk to this person. I was like, I talked to them when I was 5. And you need to talk to this person. Oh, that's my goddaddy. You need to talk to this person.
Well, so you already knew him.
I did, and so I was blessed to really have a foundation. I wish I would have listened a little bit more.
Come on, girl.
Man, I wish I would have taken some of those seeds. But at the time, and they can tell you, I am not the public face. I think the technician was like, when you ain't smiling, I don't smile.
I'm serious out here.
It's not my thing. I am the walking spokesperson for RBF, and that's just.
So we can't say that long line, but y'all know what I mean.
You know what I mean. So that's my thing, but he balances me out because Nate ain't never not smiled.
Right? Okay,
permanent smile. But if you really know us, I'm really the nice one.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm the nice one. I just don't look it. But that's okay.
I love it. Well, Nate, who were your influences growing up?
Growing up, I would definitely say my mom and my grandfather.
Okay.
They really instilled the hard work aspect. But just like Rickie said, right now, biggest influences are our children.
Yes.
We have 11. So not only leaving them something that they will be proud of, but also instilling something in them so that they can continue on. Each one of them have a piece of the business that they are responsible for.
Beautiful.
So
I know I put them to work. Y'all often have something to do.
Yeah, you got your hand out. So
okay, you want these shoes? You finna go.
Right. And let me just jump in. Worst employees.
Entitled.
And you can't fire them.
No, not at all. It's free work.
It's not free.
Well, yeah, you're right. Exactly. That's too funny. But absolutely, you're building that foundation for them. Point blank, period. Even though they may not understand it now, they will when they our age, pretty much. Because I surely saw my mama work, and I know I got my work ethic from her. She really didn't have a business, but I know my work ethic came from her. Like my ambition, my drive, my tenacity. It's all from her, like point blank, period. So you have to instill them with some type of foundation so that they can take care of us when we older. They can make sure we good when they get older. Absolutely. So the next question, brings us to the next question. Any kids leading in your footsteps? Well, Ashley, you got kids too? Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, he ain't leading my footsteps. I'm just gonna probably get my money, but
I'm dead.
I mean, like, you know what? As far as like the baking scene and everything, I don't really have any of my nieces or nephews or anybody that wants to. Well, yeah, my sister's daughter, she wants to be a baker, but I ain't heard too much about that. But I'm gonna push it on her because I can't get my recipes to nobody else.
Absolutely. We got to pass that down.
It's got to be somebody in the family. So that's going to have to be the person that I give it to.
I love it, girl. Or me, you know what I'm saying? I
can
make a little.
Right.
I can do a little something. Yeah. Period. What about y'all? So which child do you know is leading your footstep that's dedicated?
Oh, man. I would definitely say our daughter, Savannah.
Oh, okay. How old is she?
She's 18.
Okay.
And she just has that hustler mindset.
Period.
Even in school, I remember she was working a job and she was working full time as a junior. She was a junior in high school. She was working full time.
And working full time. Oh yeah, she go.
Well, I mean, not even there. She worked full time. She worked a full time job, a part time job, and went to school and kept her grades up. And the funny part is that yeah, they were trying to push her to do something like work on her day off, and she was like, let me make this very clear. I don't have to work.
Oh,
She was like, I want to.
okay.
She was like, I don't want to go to my
love it.
parents. I don't have to though. So they
Amen.
backed up real quick.
I ain't gonna ask her no more.
Exactly. So, but yeah, of any of them, she definitely has that mindset that she's gonna go get it.
Okay,
But
love it.
out of we have 5 grown children, and they are, like I said, really play a part in it, and they all have a piece, and they're growing. But yeah.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely. We got to teach these kids, man. They're the future, point blank, period. So if you instilling anything in them, please instill positivity. I know if you're out there, you don't have a business, just push them to do something great. Let's not push them to be negative. You know what I'm saying? So what did you want to be when you were younger, Ashley? Did you think you were going to be a baker? Like, what did you...
Girl, let me tell you, I done had about 50,000 jobs that I decided I wanted to be when I was younger, and I done went to school 50,000 times for each of those.
For real? I
wanted to be an OBGYN,
Ooh.
a psychologist, a forensic scientist, honey. But no, I mean, I went to school mainly for like psychology because I was like, I wanted to be a psychologist, and I just decided this wasn't it. So I went to school for math, finished that, and
you said
I decided,
math. Okay, math. That you good at math? Girl, I need you to write me a
okay. I got awards in college for that.
Okay,
but I did do that because I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a math teacher, but they were saying like, you know, you don't get paid the first year, so I was like, that's a no-go for me.
Oh.
So
we definitely need you now,
right? And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, dealing with these bad kids, I can't do it.
Yeah, so faxies.
I've been doing like, I'm good at like interacting with people, so I did customer service, but I have been thinking, you know, I'd rather be an entrepreneur because at this point in life, I'm to the point where it doesn't matter where I work. I'm going to hate every job that I go to because I have my purpose that I want, and I just want to continue to do my own thing.
Yes.
So yeah,
I agree, man. I'm just saying, you really will hate every job until you leave out and live your purpose. Amen to that. We'll touch base on that.
I already know.
So Rickie, what did you want to be when you were younger?
I don't even know where to start.
I'm dead. We have multiple with Ashley. So.
Yeah. I really wanted to be a singer when I was like a little girl until I realized you ain't got it.
That took a turn.
Don't nobody want to hear that. I don't even want to hear it. That's so, you know, every little girl wants to be a singer, or something.
We do.
And then as I got older, I really, really liked animals, so I wanted to be a veterinarian until I realized that it's not just dogs.
It's all of them.
Yeah, and you have to actually like cats. And lizards and snakes and horses and
who bringing they snake to the vet? Y'all better Google it. No,
kill it.
Okay, kill it. Okay, don't bring it to my office.
Just kill it.
You euthanizing all of them, huh?
Yeah.
It didn't make it.
She discriminating.
If it ain't a dog, it dies in my
That's so funny.
So then as I got older, I really didn't know. I went to college and I started out as a molecular biology major.
Oh, that sound hard.
It was hard, and I loved it, but I didn't want to spend 4 years stuck in my dorm doing homework. I wanted to live my best life. I changed my major. Changed my major to psychology. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Got my degree. Realized you stupid.
That ain't what I want to do.
It's not even that. There's no money unless you go back to school for another 8 years.
Right.
For the PhD
Yes.
part.
Or a side
Wow.
a PhD, and I knew that I did not want to go back to school for another 8 years. And so, you know, I kept my little bachelor's and got into intellectual disabilities, and I really liked it. So that's where I've
Awesome.
stayed.
Beautiful. That's what you do at the state.
It is.
Awesome. That's beautiful. What about you, Nate? What did you want to be when you were younger? Besides the landscaper, we know you killed it.
I didn't want to be a landscaper. I just wanted to be a boss. I wanted to tell somebody what to do.
Okay. Period.
I did. So
What'd you say?
my grandmother used to tell me I was going to be a preacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I became a teenager and was like, that is not it.
I'm out here wilding, Granny.
I might be in church on Sunday with you, Granny, but don't ask where I was at Saturday night.
Come on now.
So I really wanted to be in real estate. My grandfather was in real estate. He sat on the board of a small business in Ohio. And so he was really my mentor.
Beautiful.
So I followed into real estate. I started investing at 19. And really, he mentored me until he died in 2012. So
sorry to hear that.
I appreciate that. I'm named after him. So
Really?
it means a lot to me to carry on his legacy.
Absolutely. You're doing a great job. I
Thank
know
you.
he's proud.
Well,
Do you still dabble?
Finally, he is proud.
You got this. Do you still dabble in real estate?
We do.
Okay.
We just we really thought that the pandemic was going to be our time to move down here to Chattanooga with our real estate business, and it is not.
Oh, wow.
We're keeping it out of state where it's nice and safe and where it's still cheap. You know, up north, you can still buy a home for $2,000. So
How that look? Oh, I'm about to say like.
I remember I showed Rickie because Rickie was not believing anything I said. So we pulled it up and she was like, "Oh, it just got 4 walls. That's it."
What?
Wow. And a haunted basement.
That's a ghost down there. I'm dead. Okay, well, I'm glad because real estate, that's a never-ending industry. Just like grocery stores, like y'all are literally a power couple. Like whatever y'all touch is gonna turn to gold.
We appreciate that, but it really turned into like we wanted to make some of our goals that we had separately, and how can we bring it together?
Beautiful.
And then also help the community because we live in Brainerd, which is ever gentrifying area.
Very.
And our block speaks volumes of it itself. Like we have apartment buildings in our block where we watch people walk to Walgreens and Dollar Tree to get food because that's the only place there is.
Yeah.
We are living in a real food insecurity in that area. And we wanted to rectify that in a small way. We don't have EBT yet, but we are definitely working on it.
I can't wait, baby, because I'll be up in there with my little cord. I'll be up in there.
We are definitely working on it hard because we want to do that for the community.
Right.
We wanted to be a place that was a staple when Rickie was a child and brought a lot of great memories. And one of the reasons why we moved back to Brainerd was because of all her childhood stories that she shared.
Right.
And I was like, our kids deserve that kind of childhood memories as well.
Yes,
So,
come on now. It's all about the cheering. At the end of the day, it is all about the cheering.
God, don't we know?
I mean, because they are leading the legacy. Absolutely. So name a job that you hated the most. Ashley, you already know what's up. Represent. No, I'm just playing. It's Michael.
I'm going to go first. Being a parent. Being a parent. That's the worst.
I don't want to say that because, I love my kids. But yes,
I love all of y'all.
Got older kids.
Yeah, I love all of y'all. And y'all probably watching. I love y'all. But
it's hard.
Y'all, Red Bank High School remember me.
Stressful.
Red Bank Middle remember us. So,
What was the most job? What's the job you hate the most?
Oh,
Ashley?
let me see.
We're gonna let you answer that again, Dave.
I gotta do it again.
Yes.
You know what? Because you was right there with me.
Man, you better represent.
Team maybe.
I'm saying it like that. I love all my T-Mobile family.
We love y'all.
We know that was the worst job. Y'all even know.
Customers in the Northeast. Y'all stress me out at 6:50 in the morning every morning.
Come on, somebody. I'm like, why y'all up so early talking about an iPhone?
My phone off. $2,000. That's the question.
Yes, I definitely preach on
T-Mobile.
that one, honey. T-Mobile was definitely the worst job for me as well. What about you, Rickie? What's the name job you hated the most?
Well, that's kind of hard for me to answer because I have worked at the same job since 2005.
Okay.
And obviously, I don't hate it that much.
Period. You've been there.
I'm still there. There are days where I want to throw my computer through the window, but
Please don't.
I had childhood jobs, but those answers would be real immature. I really hated being on skates at Sonic when I was 16.
Man, I loved it when they was on the skates. Okay, that was
Oh
so
my
entertaining. I don't even like the food. I just come to see the skates. Like, let me see y'all skate.
Man, if you ever want to deal with sexual harassment, put on some skates at Sonic.
Period. Come on now. Well, Nate, what's the job you hated the most?
He told you.
No, we're talking about a working job. Hey, Dr.
A working job. Let's see. I mean, there's so many.
I know, right? The one you was just like, man, no, I'm just about to go start my own business.
Y'all want to know the one I like walked out on?
Taxis.
All right, I was Subway in high school, and
Wow.
we was told I was gonna make a certain amount. That's why I left another job,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I got there, it was a whole nother thing, and I waited. I kept talking to myself. I was like, nah, and I was like, I waited, and then I saw there was like a line out the window. I mean, like out the door. I was like, oh, this is my time.
like a grand exit.
I was like, that 50 cents is looking really good right now, ain't it?
50 Cent, what's up?
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. You can.
I'm happy. I love it. Okay, so I hope y'all got to know. And I usually, it's my mic on. Say Gil in the building. Okay. Hello. Okay, yeah. So I usually ask that because people out there, it's people that hate their job now that are working, and sometimes you do. I'm not saying quit, but sometimes you do have to just start working on your purpose and start just doing little things that you love to do. That way you can work your way on out of there, but don't get crazy. Make sure you have some money saved up. Then take that leap of faith because God is gonna guide you. Point blank, especially if it's your purpose, if it's what He inspired you to do. Jump out and do it, baby. It's only up to you to make that leap of faith. Okay, so moving on to the mind your business segment, where it's my business to mind your business. We're gonna definitely be talking about their business ventures and how they leaped out on faith. And of course, my dog, she started out with Cake by the Pound. I love your names, like Cake by the Pound, Half Baked Bakery.
Trying to be a little creative,
Man.
what I'm saying?
I gotta add, you gotta tell viewers what made you come up with these names. We'll start with Cake by the Pound.
Oh, I mean, well,
listen. Oh, no. She said, I got that cake.
Look at me. Look
So
at
let's
me.
keep it PG-13, Ashley.
No, but I was just, I ain't gonna lie. Me and my cousin, I was working at Unum, and I was just sitting on my computer, and I was like, I bake cakes, and me and my cousin was just sitting there. I was like, I got to think of a name. And I was just like, I like cake. I make a lot of pound cakes. Cake by the pound. I said, that's cute. I said, what about cake by the pound? He was like, oh, that's fresh, because okay, that's it.
Period.
That's it.
I love it. We already know Half Baked.
Oh yeah.
For anybody, you know what I'm saying, this is not for the 20s, 20-year-olds.
Y'all.
If y'all haven't seen Half Baked, then
you're
don't
too
know.
young.
Yeah. You don't know. But I love, like, even your logos also. The Cake by the Pound with the weight. Very creative.
And I actually did those myself too.
You are awesome.
Because and it's cool. People, they charge you to do logos and stuff. And I was like, I can save myself money. I'm creative. I can do my own.
Okay.
So both of the logos, I was on the computer and I just thought of something. I just put it together.
Wow. Even with the Half Baked, you did that with yourself? Girl, I need to come to you because baby, I had to pay like $75 for it.
I'm gonna keep my little I'm cheap.
Okay. Love it. Well, what about y'all? What made y'all come up with the Mecca? What inspired that name?
Well, I think it was really because Menlo Park had already been there, and we didn't want to take away from what it meant to the community.
Faxies.
But we wanted to highlight that we were also doing something for the community inside of there. The Mecca is a safe place and also a launching pad into mainstream for a lot of different businesses.
Love it.
Not only when you're in there are you making money, but you're also creating data that now you can take to the Walmarts and Targets and not accept that 76 cents or $1.50 that they want to pay you and be like, I'm doing this and I'm selling out. You know, I've sell these amount of units per month. So now they have to respect what you're doing and actually negotiate instead of dictating to you.
Absolutely. I love it. And it's definitely making a great wave because I would definitely want to be given the money that I'm worth. So don't be trying to nickel and dime me. You know what I'm saying? I'm worth more than that. So you giving them that platform to do that and say that. So all my viewers that's coming in now, I do have a viewer engagement question for you guys. So what do y'all feel is your purpose in life? I want to hear from everybody that's viewing right now live. So chime on in. What do you feel is your purpose in life? And I'll start off with you, Ashley. What do you feel is your purpose in life?
Basically, like I said it before, just to create generational wealth for my family. That's it. That's my sole purpose. And just, give a product that, people can reminisce and be like, man, this kind of remind me of my grandmother or something like that. That's my sole purpose. Just want to take care of my family, take care of my community, and
I love it, man. That's so inspiring, man. Yeah, and ever since I've been knowing you, you've always been a light. I always got to brag on you so much. You have always been a light. Point blank, you inspire everybody. So you are doing your purpose, boo. You definitely are inspiring people and making it happen. So we appreciate you. What about you, Miss Rickie? What do you feel like is your purpose in life?
I mean, that's a really complicated question because there's so many different purposes. I think when it all boils down to it for me, I don't know if y'all remember, it's the old Beyonce song, and it's called "I Was Here."
I don't remember that song.
So for me, it spoke volumes because when I'm gone, and Ashley kind of touched on it. When I'm gone, I want to leave something. I want my family, my community, my people to remember that I was here. I want to make an impact on somebody, on something, and leave something of myself behind. It's an old gospel song. If I can help somebody, and that's really kind of what it all boiled down to for me. I just want to make sure that I left my family, my community, my friends a little better off because I was here.
I love it. I love it. Not too many people care about that. They just want to live in the now. You know what I'm saying? They don't live for the future and things like that. Yeah. So that's an awesome answer. What about you, Nate? What do you, and of course the viewers, what do y'all feel is your purpose in life?
All right, I just my purpose in life really is like Rickie said, the community, leaving it better than what we received it. Chattanooga, I moved here in 2013 as a single dad with 5 children. So Chattanooga really embraced me. It embraced my children. I met my wife. We grew our family. So it's a community as an adult that I really felt at home. So this is where I want to increase what I was already here. We had a lot of leaders previous to us who got us to a point where we were at, but we also regressed because we didn't keep forging ahead. And so we have a lot of young leaders and a lot of, and I want to continue the youth pouring into them so that they can actually believe that their dreams are true. I hear a lot about people wanting to leave Chattanooga, and I'm like, well, what's wrong with Chattanooga? I chose to be here. So
like, do I need to leave?
Right. I mean, it's like any place. It's where you do what you will.
Your mindset.
It
like
is
point blank.
Where you want to be at. And I mean, I love it here, and obviously. Yes, and I just want to make it. I want Chattanooga to be the best Chattanooga it can be.
I love it. I mean, I definitely agree with all of y'all's answer because that's what I feel like is my purpose in life as well. Honestly, man, I was actually touched. I just touched with so many ideas. I want world peace. And God tells me to pray big prayers because He is an impossible God. He makes the impossible happen. So I shoot for world peace, and I feel like I'm doing my little part and teaching people how to leap out on faith and respect themselves and love themselves, eventually they're going to be out here respecting other people, loving other people, and that's going to draw in the world peace aspect. So hopefully, you know, it do work out. I put it in God's hands and I just manifest my dreams, as we all should. You should always manifest what you believe is your purpose. If you say it over and over in your head, it's going to eventually happen. So let's block out all the negativity, nothing but positive thoughts on there. I put my question up. So the viewers, we're still gonna keep going with the interviews, but the viewer engagement question, I want to hear from all of y'all. What do you feel is your purpose in life? Because I wanna love on you. I want to encourage you. I want to know what your purpose in life is. But what licenses and certifications would someone need to start a business? Because that's really why some people don't want to step out on faith, because they know it's a lot that goes with a business. So what licenses and stuff like that did you start off with just to start your business?
Well, just to start, I did get a business license, of course, with a EIN. Definitely need that.
Oh, let me write this down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Honey, because
I know
definitely need that.
Okay. EIN.
You know, I started with an LLC because of the amount of money that I was bringing in starting off. So it was necessary for me to do that.
What does an LLC entail? Like, what does that do?
Girl, look, limited liability, but don't
Okay.
get me too
That's
much
insurance?
into it. That's technically not. Well, you still need the business insurance
Okay.
along with it.
Gotcha.
And it, you know, and we were talking about this the other day too. It's a lot that you have to, you know, get when you're starting a business, but it's necessary.
Right.
I mean, it's if you want to succeed and you want to make sure that, you know, your business succeeds, you gonna spend that money.
Period.
It
You will
takes
invest in
money to
yourself.
make money, right? But they can give you more information on exactly what you need.
Okay.
Because
because I know
they
it's
was telling me a lot more stuff too, and I was like, wait a minute.
Right. I know a lot of people want to touch base on that.
Talking about that text message.
He'll school you, honey. He will school you. Yeah, because a lot of people are a little timid to start a business because of all of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So make it easier for them, Nate. What do you need to start up a business?
What I will say is that the city, under this new administration, is really reaching out to minority businesses.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
October 24th at 6 p.m. at the Bessie is another minority roundtable, and I did invite all of the vendors that we have, over 40 plus Black-owned businesses, to attend with Rickie and I.
Send me that invite.
I definitely will.
Okay.
And but what we're trying to work with is to begin a business. First, you want to have a purpose. You want to make sure what your purpose is and be very clear in it. That would help you when you're starting a business plan, because then you can go with, and your business plan will help you not only keep you focused, but it will also help you when you want to start looking for funding for your business.
Absolutely.
Then you want to go ahead and start your LLC. Like Ashley said, a LLC is a limited liability, and what it does is it does not attach, let's say your business gets sued, it does not attach your personal assets to it.
Okay.
So spend that money.
That's some gems.
Spend that money and get an attorney. Like Ashley said, if you're not willing to put into your own business, no one is as well.
Come on, somebody.
Talk to an attorney. Some of them do have free consultation and to move forward, but it is huge that you start off on the right foot. Then you want to get that EIN, because you want to pay yourself through your business as a W-2.
Okay.
So
that's for taxes.
Right,
purposes.
for taxes. So the EIN also gives you a tax number so you can start having employees. Then you also want to get your business license with the city so that you can pay your business taxes. And it depends on what type of business you have there. Like we have some food vendors who need to be serve safe or health department qualified. We have other food vendors who need to be that are selling wrapped products that need to be agriculturally licensed as well.
Wow. So that's what you have to have. Oh wow. Okay.
So these are things that the city has resources and are really trying to help minority businesses with, and we really need to tap into it. And like I said, October 24th, which is a Monday, and it's the twins' 22nd birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! Well, I'm gonna be able to see 'em.
And the day after our daughter's 16th birthday.
Oh, you got a busy month, baby.
Oh, October, November, December.
It's a busy year. Oh wow, that's crazy.
So we'll be there, and we hope to see a lot of you there as well. And there's a lot of great gems they're there, and they give you a lot of resources at these meetings as well.
I love it. We definitely need that. And it's
Mhm.
like they are actually reaching out to the minority business because they see us out here
Mhm.
moving, baby. And I'm
Okay.
proud of it. I'm proud to see my people moving. In fact, that leads me to my next question. What changes have you seen in local Black owned businesses over the last 5 years, Miss Rodgers? What changes have you seen?
I've I've just seen a lot of growth here with
Yes.
Black owned businesses because,
Taxis.
typically years ago you really didn't see too much, but I see a lot more, putting the money back in Black. So
Hey.
I'm all about that. Like,
Yes.
one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna support regardless of whether I purchase.
Mhm.
I'll share your information. I don't care who you are. I'm trying to, help build the Black community and the Black business community. So
Yes, we are creating that
Yeah.
generational wealth, y'all. I'm so proud of everybody. What about you, Rickie? What do you think? What changes have you seen in local Black owned businesses over the last 5 years? Good and bad. Let's do that. Good and bad.
Well, let's see where to start. So one thing that I absolutely love is, and there's not a whole lot to love about the pandemic, but
Mhm.
one thing that I absolutely loved about the pandemic is that, it gave all of our creatives, and that is not limited to, people to do hair and nails and paint. All of our creatives, people that create things,
Making soap and all that.
yes,
yeah.
All types of stuff.
food, soap,
Mhm.
it gave all of our creatives the opportunity, the space, and the need
Yes.
from the community to start something, to do something, to take what God gave them as far as talents are concerned, and to
Mhm.
really manifest that into something tangible.
Come on
And
now.
so we saw a lot of people that were just phenomenal cooks start selling plates, and
Mhm.
then
They did. It shot up.
right,
Yeah.
and that's because their restaurants weren't open,
Right.
True.
you saw a lot of people that did hair and nails that weren't able to be in a salon actually grow their business
Mhm.
because they now had more of an opportunity to do
Mhm.
those things.
Right.
So I love that, and so that was kind of our inspiration when we talked about creating the Mecca, because the Mecca means home.
I love it.
So
Love
when
it.
we talked about creating the Mecca, we didn't want to see the loss of that momentum.
Mhm.
And because, things have started to go back to what was the norm,
Mhm.
we didn't want to see those beautiful Black creatives lose the drive and the momentum.
Right.
And so we wanted to have a space where they could continue doing that, and have the support that they needed. And kind of going back to your previous question, when you talked about things, resources, licenses, and all that,
Mhm.
that businesses need, that absolutely shout out to the city of Chattanooga.
Mhm.
Look into SCORE. SCORE is a resource.
What's that? An app?
No,
It's a local resource.
it's a
Oh,
local
okay.
resource. They will help you write your business plan. They will help you pursue funding. They'll help you get your business credit, and kind of educate you. And all of these resources are free.
Oh, I was
Um,
just about to ask that. Is it free, girl?
It is
Okay.
free.
Love it.
And also the Small Business Resource Center in Chattanooga also kind of goes hand in hand. Yeah, well, when we talk about shout out to Karen Collins, for putting those small business forums together to educate people. We
Okay.
didn't know about a lot of those resources until fairly recently, because we struggled when we talked about doing a business plan, because that's not something that you learn in high school.
It surely is not.
And it is a pretty specialized set of skills to be able to create one that will actually get you through the door to a bank and get money in your hand to start these businesses.
Right.
So there are resources out there, right here in Chattanooga, where you can just walk in with an idea, with an inspiration, and
That's it.
have someone walk you through the process of turning an idea into an actual business.
Love it. Oh, you dropping gems today. I hope y'all listening because you here to get bossed up, so you better listen up.
Well, it's definitely not my gems.
Girl.
we just learned about it, but we are all tasked with taking what we learned and pushing it on to our community, and that is one of the other things that we are really passionate about. We want our vendors, they are great when they walk through the door, but we want them to be phenomenal when they leave.
Come on now.
We don't want them to stay on our shelves. We want them to move on to Publix, to Food City, to whatever genre they are in. We want them to have all the tools in their toolbox to be able to move from a small grassroots community business into something corporate. That's generational wealth.
Absolutely. I mean, just think of how y'all will be a year from now. Like everything is going to be moving. Everybody's products is going to be everywhere. So I definitely see that happening. Nate, let's switch it up. What changes have you seen in local businesses that are bad? I know Nate gonna keep it real. What changes have you seen that are bad?
Nobody wants to work.
Like, let's
keep it real.
That's it.
Yeah, let's keep it real. Rickie and I, we made the hours what they are at the store because after 5 o'clock, everything shut down in Chattanooga. I mean, you can have posted hours to 6, but you gone at 3. So
I'm like, man, I gotta pick up my kids.
Yeah, little Nate got a recital. Y'all finish. Y'all ready to hurry up and eat?
Man, what?
So you know what I'm saying. So that's why we were like, they're like, oh, I see y'all open tonight. What time y'all really open?
That's how
it really is. So we made sure that when we told our vendors we open 12 hours a day, their products are going to get pushed 12 hours a day. That's what we really mean. I ain't going to sit here and say 9 o'clock in the morning. It gets a little early sometimes.
Be that
we 9:05, 9:15. We there. But but really that's probably the worst thing I can say that I've seen is the lack of professionalism.
I was gonna say customer service.
It really is. It goes. It's all tied into one.
Oh my God.
And we have a son. Hey, baby, I love you.
I'm dead, but speak on it.
We have a son, and his professionalism. It's definitely an opportunity area.
So we're gonna coach him, y'all.
Yeah, we working on thanks for working with us. We're a real family over here. So we're not the Cosbys.
Okay. I am dead.
So but that's what I was saying over the last 5 years. That's definitely what I've seen is the lack of professionalism.
Facts. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that because if you want to start a business, let's be real, y'all. We got to be professional. Like I know you want to incorporate your personality into your business, but if your personality ain't good, I'm gonna need you to not start a business. I'm sorry. I don't want to discourage nobody, but it's like you have to be a personable person. Like you have to be personal. It's no way you're gonna have a business without talking to people. It's no way.
And this is why Nate keeps me in the back.
I'm dead. I'm like this. No, seriously, you have to. If you can't talk, then let somebody talk for you because it's all about networking and joining hands with other people. So you have to have that personality that even if you hear rejection, even if you hear stuff that you don't want to hear, you have to learn how to take it with a grain of salt because I get rejected all the time, baby. I'm immune to it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, okay, well, have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like but at first I used to get mad because I didn't have that business mindset at first. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn to get my emotions out of it. It's a business. You can't take it personal.
One thing I will say, I want to touch on real quick is that what we learned this last meeting is that the black dollar stays in the black community for 6 days. That is the least amount with what was it?
It was less than that?
6 minutes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I apologize. It was 6 minutes.
6 hours.
6 hours. It was 6 hours.
Guys.
So we keep our black dollar in the black community for 6 hours. Where other communities are 30 days, 45 days, and 90 days.
Man, okay, because the Mexicans, they recycling, boy. They got their own stores. Like, they don't even shop with the white people like that.
I mean, like real. That's like really look how that's what we should look at and say that it is also we're able to attain that as well.
Right. I agree. Come on now. And speaking, what good things, real quick? What good
Okay.
things have you seen? We'll go ahead because I just wanted to hear the bad.
Okay,
first.
well, and you know I was gonna say.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna keep it real with us.
So I will agree with Rickie. Some of the best things is the people with talent are actually were given a showcase with the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's where our family really honed in on. We're gonna shop black owned, and that's where we were
Love
like,
it.
we're gonna make sure that they get their money, that they're able to stay afloat and support their family, and that's when we went ahead and did that. But that's when I say is that some of the best things we've seen is just the
Yeah.
creativeness, and just seeing the hustler come out. You know, if you can hustle illegally, it's easy to hustle legally.
Come on now, you already the CEO, so
Exactly.
let's put it in something positive.
Right.
I love that. Well, name a time you almost gave up on your business. Name a time where you was just like, you know what, this is too rough. I can't do it.
Every day. Especially when I have to wake up,
I'm dead.
honey, every day. No, honestly, there have been times that I've given up, especially like when the cookies first started, and I would get like 20 orders a day. And you know me, I don't like help. So I'm doing it by myself.
You surely don't.
So I'm just, it was just overwhelming. I'm like, I'm working. I work 40 hours a week
Full time.
plus some.
Yeah.
Then I'm doing this, and then I have other things I have to do. So it's not like I'm just solely baking. And then you have people that are coming at you like, oh, you don't want to sell to me. And I'm like, y'all got to realize I'm doing this by myself. I have to work, give me some time. But around that time when I first started doing the cookies was when I really wanted to give up, because it just got to the point where it was overwhelming.
Because you was taking off, family. Like, taking off.
I didn't have any rest. Like, I would go to sleep at probably like 4 a.m, have to get back up at 7, do it all over again. But my friends and my family just kept, they were in my ear and they were like, it's gonna get better. They were like, I'll come help you. So yeah.
Understandable, man. But you be pushing it. You be pushing. You make it look so good.
And I can't say. And my thing is, I cannot say no. I have a bad habit. Like, it don't matter what time it is. If somebody inbox me and be like, "Well, can you do this for me?" I can't say no. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but don't be inboxing her all crazy just because y'all heard her say that. Don't be inboxing. Say, I'm trying to see if I can get some cornbread. Okay. I feel that. What about you, Rickie? Was there a time when you almost gave up on your business? Look at you, say, girl. Stressful.
So I don't know how many people know this, but my husband's background has been in corporate restaurant management.
Okay. It's not the best.
That is all well and good until you are the cook.
Oh, you cook? Baby, she throw down.
Oh, okay,
baby, she throws down. You know,
period.
Food.
You do not.
Baby.
Okay.
So when you are the cook and you have no staff,
just you.
It's just you, and you get an order for 6 plates at one time, and you lock yourself out of the restaurant.
What? How that happened?
And you have this order coming in at like 12 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. We locked out. We ain't been grocery shopping. We got to go grocery shopping. Fish ain't thawed. We got 10 fish plates.
Lord.
And that day, and they're there to pick up their food, and it's already been horrible to get everything ready and thawed and made, and you want to make sure that you putting out a good product.
Yeah.
And you hand the order up to your husband, and he drops it on the floor.
Oh wow.
And
so we got making that over.
It's the last 2 pieces of catfish that you have that he just dropped on the floor.
Jesus. I can't deal. How can I deal?
Oh yeah, that was a bad day. That was a real bad day.
I cannot. Well, how did y'all get through that? Like, just real quick, what advice would you give to somebody that's going through about the giving up moment? What advice would you give them to, tell them to keep going?
With your spouse or not, you have to sit down and tell yourself that this is temporary. That there's growing pains in anything you do. If it's not your own business, it's growing pains at a job or whatever it is when you're working for someone, because it's something new. So you have to prepare yourself for that.
Right.
And be honest with yourself. Rickie and I, before we started, I'm glad she had the foresight to say, hey, this can't mess up anything at home.
Right.
And I was like, what you
Love
mean?
it.
I'm like, what you mean? And I was
Establish
like,
it.
no, we're good. No. And then like when it first hit, I was like, oh, this is what she was talking about.
Because it can hit home. It can. I agree. We definitely got to set that boundary there. This is personal. This is business. We got to establish that in the beginning. But y'all, we've been talking so long. We about to run out of time. I love it. Thank y'all so much for joining me, Ashley, Rickie, Nate. Y'all have been wonderful. I hope y'all got those gems so that y'all can go out there and get bossed up. Just like the queen and everybody up here, we all bossed up. And definitely want to shout out to the Dr. Woods. Okay, look, and she responded now, Dr. Woods, to be a living, walking testimony for to the goodness and greatness of God, to be a beacon of hope and inspiration to those that are downtrodden, and help them to find and reach their goals. That's why you my soul sister, because that's my exact purpose in life, is to definitely help the downtrodden mindset respect and love themselves, so that we all can be out here living in our faith, living in our purpose, living in our light. So you already know. Do I got time to say my money melody? Okay. I don't. Well, go ahead. Y'all so pretty. So you already know I wish nothing but abundance on everybody. And of course, you know, the queen, I got the best voice. But I got some more music coming up. We're gonna bring the Boss Boombox back. That's gonna be next week. But if you think broke thoughts, you're gonna be broke. Point blank, period. It's no way around that. So just think of this money melody. When you think about the queen's beautiful face, think of this money melody, and it goes a little something like this. Money flows to me easily. I'll never be broke another day. Money flows to me easily. Check it. Money flows, money come, money go, money jingle, money fold. I know you got a bank roll. Check me out. He trying to fly me out. I gotta get this money. I'ma stay at the house. Mike checker. Check 1, 2. If you got a bag, holler. Oh yeah, I do. Hey, Mike checker. 1, 2, 3. If you got a bag, go ahead, give it to the queen, cause money flows to me easily. I'll never be broke another day. Money flows to me easily. Yeah, so just sing it in your head every day. I'm telling you, I sing it all the time in my head, in the shower, all that. but I promise you're gonna find $5 somewhere. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all once again for joining the Get Your Life show. It's been a blast. That's the cue. That's the cue.
He want to keep us on air. It's all right.
It's okay.
He want to keep us on here.
But y'all join me every Saturday, 3 to 4 p.m. We're going to be dropping more and more gems to get you inspired. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. And that's period. Look, hey. I know you're tired of the stress. You woke up, made that's bliss. So tell them your whole family they a mess. Look, we don't fail, we just flex. So get up. I know you're tired of the stress. Look, you woke up, made that's bliss. So tell them your whole family they a mess. We don't fail, we just flex. Yeah. Do you wake up in the morning never ready to face the day? Decision making, kids complaining, man, you just can't catch a break. Seems like you're sleepwalking, falling, dwelling on the past, paralyzed, family ties, wishy-washy friends. How do you elevate, self-motivate, reevaluate your plans? First be for real, get out them bills, rebuild your confidence. So keep your head up, gotta stay heavy on that self-love. Forget them lights, time to get your life so we can guide this generation. Out. Go with the boss queen. Hey, welcome to the queen. Watch that hate turn to emulation. Grab your freedom, be a leader with the boss queen. Hey, welcome to the queendom. Go.